Hello everyone, welcome back to part 2 right now. CowGoMoo just pretty much sitting in this position, massing up as much as he possibly can. Hydralisk and Roaches now moving out. Hydralisk are not upgraded, Roaches are not upgraded either. I do not believe do the Roaches have the upgraded speed? No, they do not have the upgraded speed. Now trying to take down these destructible rocks. Destructible rocks going to be destroyed rather quickly, and now a single Marine going to be ahead and watching this. Siege tanks, and now a large number of Marines trying to move up into this position. And will that siege tank siege in time? Yes, going to siege in time. Hydralisk trying to move back away, and now here's a large number of Marines. Marines do in fact have that combat shield upgrade, as those Hydralisk and those Roaches continuing to engage, trying to take down these units. Roaches versus Hydralisk and siege tanks on this high ground area, but the Roaches look like they are going to in fact be able to finish this off, taking down some more of those siege tanks. Marines trying to come in for reinforcement, and now all that is left is a couple of Roaches and a couple of Hydralisk. Down go a couple of those SCVs. Taking a look at the worker count, CowGoMoo down to 31 as well. Artosis is at 38, and that has pretty much been neutralized. Here we have two mules now being called down by CowGoMoo. CowGoMoo realizing that he desperately needs as many minerals as he possibly can. Artosis looks to try to continue the pressure, moving out with a lot of those Roaches. Those Overlords should start spawning some of that creep all around that map in order to speed up the time in between each attack. No upgrades on any of... Oh, sorry, the Hydralisk upgrade has finally been completed, but no upgrades on the missile attack either. Roaches moving out, perhaps going to continue to try to push onto that north-hand side. Unbeknownst to him, there are only a couple Marines and a couple medevacs, 9 Marines, but those Marines with that medevac may be able to push that attack back, as those Marines have that level 1 upgrade, enabling them to do, 5 damage instead of 4, so consider that a 25% increase in damage against those Roaches. Artosis now coming in with a large number of, or coming in with some Hydralisk as well, 13 units in total. 18 food count sitting right there. Hatchery now just trying to produce more units. CowGoMoo still sitting on the larger army, even though really behind in terms of workers, but the mules may be able to balance out that fact. Another command center now being constructed and going to be lifted off in just a moment. Artosis trying to perhaps test the front door, see how defended that front door is, and if he comes in through that front door, he will in fact be able to just simply push in and perhaps roll over with this biological army. Large number of Roaches now, 15 Roaches along with those 5 Hydralisk, and now creep getting generated to that top hand side. Why is creep being generated here as well? Not sure. Creep being generated here as well. That's odd locations for all of these units or all those places to be generating creep. We have a single changeling. Changeling now trying to come in and perhaps trying to do some scouting. CowGoMoo expecting. Is that the single changeling able to hold in that position, and he sees that large army right there. Oh, down goes that changeling getting taken out so quickly, and here comes this army. Stim packs being used, Overseer coming in, and this is just a really bad fight. CowGoMoo in better positioning than Artosis, and Artosis is just going to lose the rest of this army. Down it goes. Should have tried to test that front door with a changeling. That would have been a much better, safer play, as opposed to running into a more established Terran position. Terran, pretty much with that Terran mech ball, that so many people have talked about. Siege tanks, medevacs, and those Marines. Creeps can be generated up here. Down goes that Overlord, as that medevac was able to give sight. Another Overlord going to get taken down as well, and Artosis desperately needs to try to produce as many units as possible. There are hatcheries all around the map, but I do not believe Artosis can get set up in time to stop this Terran mech ball from coming in. Siege tanks now coming in as well. Marines and medevacs trying to push in, and those siege tanks have been just fully in position right there. So these Marines will be in fact able to take down this hatchery without any real issue. Roaches trying to come in. Another siege tank moving into a better position. So all of those Hydralisks, all of those Roaches out of position. And one siege tank getting taken down, but losing a lot of Hydralisks and a lot of Roaches in the same process. More Roaches getting taken down. And wow, that CowGoMoo just doing an awesome job pressing this attack. Artosis does in fact have hatcheries all around the map, but it's not going to matter as CowGoMoo is sitting on 50 workers compared to Artosis' 35. He really needs to find a way to saturate these other mineral locations relatively quickly, but while still keeping his defense and producing enough units to hold back this attack. There are a very large number of units here. Yes, a large number of Marines plus, what, 4 siege tanks and 2 medevacs. So you can see the overlap on those siege tanks. Siege tanks getting into position, going to try to take down roaches, playing a game of chicken against the range of those siege tanks. Siege tanks now quickly getting taken down. And those poor drones are going to be trying to mine gas from a very, very far distance. A scan being used by CowGoMoo on Artosis' main front door. And as he sees that there's a large army here, decides to go ahead and press this yellow high-yield mineral location here. And that is going to be game as these siege tanks destroy this high-yield mineral, pretty much destroying any chance that Artosis has in enabling him to really get any additional, just getting any economic advantage at this stage. Marines are upgraded 2-2. Siege tanks are still not upgraded, still at 0-0 against a very unupgraded Zerg army with 1-0. Nidus network currently being used, and we'll see how that Nidus network is used. Where's that Nidus network coming out? Where's it spawning from? That's all that really matters. Let's see if that Nidus network spawning up over here. Zerg SCV is trying to come back out, and Artosis doing a last-ditch effort, popping up with that Nidus worm, and now popping out a lot of those units. Terran not going to be able to respond to that in time as CowGoMoo is going to be forced to try to push back, and Artosis may be able to win this with a nice surprise attack on the main. Coming back over here, you're going to lose this orbital command. Orbital command taken down to what, 1,000 hit points. Going to get taken down. All these SCVs, we look at the worker count, down to 50, 49, 48. These Marines and Marines and those siege tanks trying to stimp, trying to get back in time. Not really gonna be able to get there as the medevacs try to come in and try to heal the rest of those units. Marines and those siege tanks getting ready for this position. Artosis should not come down here. This is gonna be a really, really bad fight, and he should not come down. But he's not listening to me, and all those units are gonna get stuck on that ramp. Finally retreating, trying to use that high ground, trying to fight back against the rest of those units, but CowGoMoo able to respond in time. Artosis took too much damage and trying to come down that ramp and getting bottlenecked from those siege tanks. 107 food army for CowGoMoo against a 40 food army of Artosis. More showing is the 4,850 minerals of the Terran army versus the 450 minerals of Artosis' army. So that's going to be GG. Taking a look at the rest of the map, we just have a couple Hydralisks. That is the, that's 400 of the 450 minerals. Hydralisk now trying to slither into this location, trying to take down some of these SCVs. SCV is going to get taken down and no longer going to be able to mine from this location, but it's not going to really matter as these medevacs and these siege tanks going to quickly come in and finish off the rest of this Zerg army. So here comes those Marauders. Marauders slowing down those Zerg units, and down they go. So down to 425 food army for Artosis. Going to lose one more additional Overlord. We have a command center being built over here, but Artosis says GG. So CowGoMoo, one of the players from Blizzard, beating Artosis here on Kulas Ravine. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening.